What's good, YouTube? It's MJ. I'm back with another back with another video, bro. Alright, so we're gonna do another story time. We're gonna do a story time how I got the worst ass whooping I ever had in my life. Alright, so I remember it was first grade. This is how you know I was traumatized, bro. It was first grade when it happened. So I was out. I was being bad, and I guess one of the principals, they called my dad, and they called my mom, but I wasn't living with my mom. I'm living with my dad. So I'm already being bad, so I already know I got an ass whooping coming on when I come home. So like, and the ass whooping was building up. Like, it was built. You know how you got a built up ass whooping? Like, what was I doing? I was just doing bad shit. I think I threw a rock in somebody's pond, like, and they fishes and shit was in there. I was throwing rocks and shit at people's warehouses. Like, I was just being a bad kid. I was supposed to be home when the street lights was like coming on, but I wasn't home when the street lights was coming on. So that's three. It was just a built up ass whooping. He just kept telling me man, what I'm supposed to do. And you know what I'm saying? Cause you ain't acting right. So I deserve the ass whooping, bro. So I'm there. So I was acting bad at school, and like he ain't talking nothing. I knew I was gonna get an ass whooping. Cause I think I did something to a teacher. I was talking back to the teacher. I was disturbing the class, and I guess she sent me to the office, and she just got sick of my shit, and she just said me go to the office, and they just called my dad. So then it was report cards was coming home that night. I was in the first grade. That shit crazy. Like, and my grades wasn't good. Yeah, I think it was like first, second grade. I remember it though. Cause it was yeah. This was the worst ass whooping I got. You gonna remember the worst ass whooping you got in your life. So, my grandma came to pick me up from school. I'm in the car line, like my heart was beating on my ass. Like I'm nervous as hell because I thought my dad was gonna come pick me up, but my grandma came to come pick me up. It was my grandma and my uncle. So I got in the car with them. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to be able to dodge that ass whooping. So what ended up happening is I showed my grandma my grades, and she was like, "Ooh, MJ, like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't, like, your grades fucked up. And I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what your dad going to do. I don't know how he was going to feel about it." And I told my grandma, like, call my dad and, like, tell him I had bad grades, but don't whoop them and all type of shit. So she called. I said, my dad, she just said, my grandma told my dad, "I don't think you should whoop him. I don't think you should do that because, like, you know what I'm saying, he been a good boy, this, that, and the third." Me knowing damn well I ain't been no good boy. This a built up ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? If I had bad grades and the ass wasn't built up, you know what I'm saying? Because he told me the last time I did something, he said, "I'm going to beat your ass." So, yeah, this was a built-up ass whooping. So, I was supposed to get it. I deserved the ass whooping. I had bad grades, too. So, she called my dad, and she said, don't whoop him. He's been a good boy. And then my grandma, she said she was going to, she said either I was going to tell him or she was going to tell him. I was not finna tell my dad that my grades fucked up and me go home and get an ass whooping. Like, I don't like that. So she told him that. I still ended up getting an ass whooping. But all right, so my grandma, I was eating at my grandma's house because my dad, he have to go to work, and like he won't come pick me up. My grandma told him to go home and she was gonna drop me off because I was so scared. I did not want to get in the car with my dad because I already knew what time it was. So my grandma, yeah, she dropped me off, and I was on the front door. When I tell you I was on the front door, Like, oh my God, I was on the front door, bro. And like my book bag, I had my book bag on. And when like my palms were sweaty, I was sweating and shit. And I was shaking, like I was shaking so bad. Like I thought I was gonna have like a heart attack. Cause like my heart was beating so hard. So you know how your heart beating so hard and you feel like you finna have like a heart attack. Like it was one of them moments. So I got in the house and she ain't dropped me off till like later when he got off work. So she like when he opened the door, he was asleep. Like I think he was in there with a little chick or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he was in there asleep, and it seemed like somebody else was in there asleep. This is like So I told like I ain't want I told him, and my grandma already told him, so I already knew what time it was. I already knew my grandma wasn't gonna be able to save me. I just wanted to see if it was gonna work. But you know what I'm saying? Like he told me to come in the living room. I went in my room for like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, I'm home free. I'm home free. I think I'm home free. So I'm not home free, bro. I went in my room for like 5 minutes. I'm in that bitch celebrating, think I ain't got no ass with me on the way. My dad said, hey, he in the living room. He like, hey, come here real quick, MJ. So I'm like, oh, fuck, what does he want? So he ended up telling, let me see your report card. he seen my report card. He already knew it was on it. Cause like I had some fucked up grades. My grades was fucked up. And it's odd, like every year I always struggle with math. Every year I struggle with math every time. Like last year I had a tutor and shit. Like that's why I was doing good in math last year. Cause I was like, I had a tutor and shit. I always do bad in math. So my grades fucked up, and you know what I'm saying? He told me to go in my room, just take all your shit off. Take all your clothes off, butt ass naked, slave style. You know what I'm saying? Take all your shit off. No drawers, no nothing. Butt, dick, naked. You naked. You know what I'm saying? So I went in there. Man, I'm in that bitch crying. I ain't got no ass whooping yet. I'm in that bitch crying. I ain't got no ass whooping yet. He in there taking long as fuck. I'm ready for the ass whooping to be over with. He in there taking long as hell. So like 10 minutes later, he finally come back with the fucking bill. So I'm like, oh, okay. Be bad. Let me go and take this shit like a G, man. Like, ain't no way of getting out of his ass whooping. I tried to talk to him and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dad, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do better this time. No, nigga, this a built up ass whooping. This ain't a regular ass whooping. An ass whooping and a built up ass whooping is two different things. This was a built up ass whooping. So, you know what I'm saying? He beat my ass with the belt. You know what I'm saying? Had whips and shit on my back. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's the end of the story time. The worst ass whooping I ever got in my life. And this was like in first, second grade, so yeah. Alright, but follow my Instagram. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Comment, like, and subscribe. I always get that wrong.